It's fine. There you go. Good stuff.
Are we all here? Someone just died.
Who's just passed
Who's
out?
that?
Alright, dress right.
Fucking hell, must be boring yous already.
Oh, Walter fixed it. It's fine.
That's right, lads.
Who was it?
Never mind, Morton fixed it.
Tuck.
Classic. Like someone's fucking surrendering over there.
Oh, yes, so.
Going well so far. Just a small amount of retardation. Okay. Everyone's here? Everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, right, okay. Congratulations, we are at the end of our deployment. End of Operation Wolfound. Hooray! We've completed our objectives of destroying the VPR capability within our assigned AOs. First in Virolahti for a nice bit of coiny type walking around, speaking to civilians, rooting out the VPR in that area, and then down south to their final stronghold where we saw a little bit more contact and some HVTs eliminated by someone with an ILO in 5 platoon when we were trying to capture them. Small details. Next up, we're moving into a couple of weeks off. I hope you had a good time in this deployment. I hope you enjoyed the new way of Zeusing that we introduced. Something that we worked pretty hard on. Zeus did really well in introducing that into the deployment. And we had some really good feedback at the end of every single night when we collate all of your feedback together and then post it in our little hidey hole in Discord. The theme is very positive for this deployment. So I'm glad that you all had fun. I hope you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I had a good time. And you're looking forward to the next deployment, which I have a bit of information about for you next. So if you haven't been to one of these, shake your head. Like 2 folk shaking their head. So most of these are old timers. So this is just end of deployment parade. What we do, I'll give you a little bit of information about what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks/month. Things that are going on, updates in the unit, things that you need to know. Someone else is telling someone else something over there. Look, he's trying to squeeze in, but he's just been denied. Look at that. No worries. No one would have noticed you if I didn't. There, he's got it. So, moving into a nice couple of weeks off, as I said, we are off from now until January the 4th when PDT starts. J7 throughout this period won't be running phase 1s, which doesn't really affect you guys, but it does affect you if you've got any mates that are trying to get into the unit. And J1 may be running a little bit slower as people are off drinking mulled wine, getting merry, singing Christmas tunes, and etc. So just be aware that if you are transferring, it may be a little bit slower than usual if you're waiting for medals, if you're waiting for ribbons or anything like that. Courses will obviously downtick through this period as well until we're back. And then when we are back, we're going to be doing ACMTs. Way! Yeah, Crater likes it. Annual combat marksmanship tests are going to kick off in January again. You have to resit it. Regardless of where you sit, otherwise you won't be deploying. You will be deploying without your weapon system if you don't reset it. When we reset them, there will be ad hoc courses going up on Discord. They take about 15 to 20 minutes depending on the instructor that you get. So nice and quick, easy to do. All you need to do is join server 2 at the requested time. There will be both ad hoc courses going up as well as scheduled courses on the forums, which you can sign up to. So keep an eye out on Discord if you want to catch one of the ad hoc ones that are going on. There are hundreds of instructors, which is hundreds in normal speak, who will be running courses for you to get on and get your ACMT squared away so that you can pull everyone else in your section shit who gets under 52. So, PDT is going to run for 4 weeks. Starting on the 5th of January, that's 4 nights for you lot. We are continuously looking at PDT and how we make changes. So your ICs will have already been asked for the things that they want to cover in your PDT. And we're going to try and work it into more operational style nights, more test deck style nights, so that we are actually doing our operations. We're just doing it at a little bit slower pace to give you all a chance to learn a little bit while we do it and brush up on those drills, whether it be CQB or whether it be your company level attacks. And then that'll hopefully get us ready for your next deployment. So first off, we're bringing back Lamb's AI. Whee! Everyone likes Lamb's AI. That's AI headshotting you and put you on the back of you, shoot you in the arse. So they might be a wee bit less dangerous than what we've had in this deployment. They might be a wee bit more dangerous than what we've had in this deployment. Also, big change. This will be our first ever in this unit, in this entire unit's history, and I'm pretty 99% sure I'm right about this, that we will be deploying to a snow-covered map. Hey! We're going to be doing a snow deployment. Hey! So make sure you pack your gloves. Details of this deployment is going to be released over the Christmas period and into the new year, so keep an eye out for that on Discord and the forums. And also for the next deployment, we will be trialling throughout PDT mortars and potentially something a little bit larger than mortars for your Saturdays and Sundays. So you will have once again be able to see the mortars guys testing on PDT servers, and then hopefully throughout the deployment we'll be running about a 4 to 8 week deployment, time to be confirmed, about with those guys being your support element, so you'll have an extra thing to rely upon for your indirect fires. So looking forward to seeing that again. And then you'll also have noticed that 8 platoon is opening up. We've got the second lieutenant boards ongoing currently. This will be our first foray into the Army 2020, which is now Army 2025, where we will be moving away from warriors. We'll be moving to a more mechanized style infantry night on Wednesdays, as opposed to your light roll style night on Saturdays and Sundays. So if you are interested, keep an eye out for the boards that will be going up. There's going to need to be 3 ICs, 3 2 ICs, and 1 sergeant to go into that platoon that is just opening up. So there'll be a lot of chopping and changing, a lot of moving about. So if you are looking to step up, just keep an eye out, as there will be promo boards going up in the near future. So, with all of that out of the way, it's time for some medals. Hey! If I can tab out and not just look around the thing. So, quite a few medals to give out tonight. 2 types of medal. First of all, we've got our mentioning dispatches. This is for people who've been noticed throughout the deployment by the chain of command or by their peers, by their leaders, as people that have put in that extra little bit of effort throughout the deployment, ensuring that the section morale is high, ensuring that everyone's here and attending, or even just bringing their full selves to the operation night and really contributing to the unit to make it a fun place that we love to turn up to and disregard our families for either the entire weekend or just the Wednesdays. So quite a few people nominated for mention in dispatches, and then we have a few people, very few people, nominated for the Good Conduct Award that will be getting it this evening. Good Conduct is people who have been in the unit a little bit longer, a total of 6 months or more. They've been noticed consistently throughout deployments due to the work that they do outside the server, the work they do inside the server, and the work that they do in moving the community forwards, whether that is just being a present member and being a friendly face for people to speak to and have a good chat with. So we're going to get some nominations for those as well. So, without further ado, I'm going to give you some names, and if you hear your name called, you lucky person, you're going to jump out here, you're going to stand in front of me. Hopefully, maybe you're going to give us a speech. There were a few yesterday that weren't too keen on it. So, I'm looking for, first of all, and I think he might be dead. Don't know if he's here. Is Private S. Turk. Hey! Close, everyone, come on.
Yay.
Hey, a little bit closer, come on. Gotta fit loads of other people in. A little bit closer, come on. There we go. Don't make it awkward, it's alright. Private C. Shorak.
Hey. Yay.
Private R. McClure.
Can I just ask why?
Private J. Lynx. Private A. Idris. Private N. Hultquist. Hey, who's going to give us a speech? That's all of our mentioned and dispatcher members for this evening. So before you give them a big round of applause and a big cheer for being nominated and recognised by their chain of command and their peers, Charlotte, you going to give us a speech?
No.
No, Turk?
I'll do that one.
Don't
I'll try. So thank you very much for this mention. My chain of command, I pretend love you. It's been a good deployment. Thank you all. And hopefully a better next one.
Right, McClure, you've got a lot to live up to here, following that.
I think I can match it, to be honest with you, sir. I am but a small part.
Really interesting. We're moving on to good conduct. Thank you very much. Get back. Go on. Off you go.
No, but I haven't finished.
No, it's too late. Fuck off.
You're all shit.
Jesus Christ. Any time today, mate. 75 people waiting on you. There we go.
Sorry, what was that you say?
There we go. Right, okay, perfect. We're moving on. We've got some good conducts. These people, cream of the crop here, they've been nominated consistently by multiple people. This person being described as excelling in role since PDT, working hard within their section, moving into the senior private role exceptionally quickly and supporting others, always there to lean on with knowledge, attitude, and as an example. So I would like out in front of me, and I fucking hope he's here after saying all of that, Private D. Lion.
Apologies.
Someone
Mr.
fucking-
Lyon is currently on active duty with the US Air Force, so you could not make it tonight.
Jesus Christ. Have we got any other Americans on? Yes or no on? No.
There's a crack in American accent.
No, we could have had them stand out in front of us for us. Well, the next person who has maintained impeccable attendance, behaviour and drive and has performed excellent in his role as a Section 2 IC, carries out his duties to a consistent high standard both in and out of server with his willingness to step up and help when someone needs guidance. And apparently is one of the major reasons behind the retention rate. Fuck you, Vilson. We'd like to see Lance Corporal A. Williams. Hey. Where is he? There he is. Come on. There's only one other, so you know you're going to have to do a big speech, so start preparing. And then next up, we have a man who's been here for this deployment and this deployment only, but he has been here for just over 6 months. His attendance has been exemplary. It took a hospital trip for him to miss his first op of his time in the unit this far. And he's recently been moving forwards through the promotional courses and attending everything that he can get his hands on like a tramp on chips. The person nominating him and the multiple people nominating him have every expectation that he's going to continue this outstanding performance and continue as a core member of this unit. So is Private D. Riley here? Jesus Christ, you could have cleaned your face. Right, okay, William, speech.
Well, thank you guys. Nurgle, you still owe me for that patrol report and 2 times fucking whatchamacallit courses I ran for you, you little bitch, but
I'll play you a beer. Pint on me.
that'll do. There you go. Thanks guys.
Riley?
Don't do drugs, don't drink and drive. Be respectful, love everyone.
Good advice.
I mean, I agree about 2/3 of that message, but one of them's a little bit off. Congratulations to you both for a good conduct. Big round of applause, everyone. Hey! Off you go, back into your lines.
Nothing goes.
Right, okay, so just to recap, you're on break now until the 5th of January, so you don't need to attend anything at all. In the meantime, there may be some fun stuff going on. There is a bit of drama with what was supposed to be happening. There is not a Battle Royale ongoing, if you may have heard of a Battle Royale. It is not going to happen, but I'm sure there'll be something else to keep you busy over the time. Maybe you can even hazard to stay away from Arma for more than a couple of weeks, who knows. Lots of things to do coming over PDT, hopefully be very exciting, and we're going into a snow deployment, so lots of excitement about that. There'll be maybe a wee video that Mr. Angus did in my end of year update. What we're going to do now is we are going to give you some time to go and take some section photos. Zeus have been taking photos of your parade while we're here, so you've got your company photo. So I'm going to ask that none of you start shooting each other and fucking around and destroying other people's section photos. And then after you've done that, we're going to disconnect from the server and you're free to your evenings. Thank you very much. You don't have to do your section photos if you don't want to. But that is everything. Thank you very much, everyone. Hey.
Thank
you. Thanks for your efforts.
Oh, who was that?
You've done okay. Well
I'm
done.
going to note your name down. You're going far. Right, are you doing section 4? Is he all just going to stare at me?
Thank you. Let's go, boys.
Oh, it was of you.
No, we're done.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Tuggins.
Let's just do it out of server. There's only